Greetings, everyone. It's been a minute, and we're going on the new channel. I need to adjust some stuff. It has been a few seconds since I've done a live, let alone a Gunpla build live. But nevertheless, it's good to be back. I released the Blast video, and then some stuff kind of got a little hairy in my life. Why does it... Oh, that's... Oh, that... Okay, for a second I thought there was like a crack in Reunite. But I guess not. But basically, going forward, for anyone who is curious, I'm working on some rebrands. Uh, I'm working on rebranding the main channel. So eventually, for those of you, a sneak preview for everyone, some behind the shop technique or a little bit of shop talk. The original main Konkombini channel is gonna go bye-bye. And will be made into a new channel. The reason being, I want to kind of separate the lives from the main produced edited content. I was given some advice by a YouTuber friend who is much larger than myself. So at some point, unfortunately, I will be deleting the Konkombini channel, and I'll be going live from this channel, which is my own personal thing. It can be separate. I'll use my character and stuff still, but there's a lot of reasons for it. Konkombini is supposed to be an integral part of the manga that I'm trying to make, but I just ended up using it to start a YouTube channel with because I didn't want... I thought the idea was too good to just sit there while I wasn't making a manga. The problem with that is, though, now when I go to make the manga, and the character, my model is from the manga. It's the main character. It's kind of an autobiographical manga, a little bit. But I just use the main character because it's like, hey, I made this character. Why not? I'm kind of wondering if that was a mistake, because now people are going to associate that manga with this channel. The character is kind of supposed to be a self-insert, but I know there's a lot of baggage that comes with the self-insert character. All of that is not important, but basically, all you need to know is I've been thinking a lot about the future of both me going live and the Konkombini YouTube channel. So I've decided to nuke the channel, rebuild the Konkombini channel, and make a separate live stream channel, which is what this channel is. So this is the inaugural stream. I kind of kept thinking about, oh, should I do something special? Should I do this? Should I do that? And then it's like, no, just do it. Just do what you want to do. And today I ended up picking up this at the local hobby store. This is something I wanted. I like SD Gundams, but I'm not... I know SD Gundam is kind of its own separate thing. I just like SD Gundam versions of the main Gundams. But see, the thing is when they do the main Gundams from like the Gundam typical storylines, is they don't always have the face. And I like the face. I think it's fun. It adds more character to the model. Personally, I don't know. That's what I like. But then I know the SD Gundam stuff, they're a lot more of a character, but then they also get... some of those designs get real wild. But, yeah, SD Gundam is something I have yet to experience a lot of the media for. So I've just built some of the kits. I want to get into it. I'll have to ask some of the guys. In the recent times, I have joined a set of modelers in another Discord. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I will put some music on so that we can actually so it's not just me talking. Sorry. No idea if I'm gonna get copyright struck for this. See, this track is called The Cat from Ipanema. You know, obviously it's the girl from Ipanema, but it's like a goofy one. Missed opportunity. Should have been called The Cat from Ipanema. Huge missed opportunity there. But that's just me. I don't know. I've been a busy boy. Oh yeah, let's send where is Viperus? Where the hell is he? Sorry, everybody. We'll get right into it. Although I don't expect to pull like any view or anything. I'ma be real. Personally, but let's get started. Hopefully this won't take too long. We're gonna use the CS frame today. Oh, we have got stickers. Shit. I am going to avoid doing stickers. Because eventually, the reason I'm avoiding stickers is because I want to eventually paint a lot of these. Like I've got painting on the brain. I just have to buy some expensive equipment, and despite what you might think, I have been trying to be better about saving money. And not just whittly-niddly spending money that I don't have. So I've canceled like a ton of pre-orders. Oh shit, a part already fell out of the runner. That's not a good sign. Oh, but we're gonna need to do the one for the face. Which I think that's, you know what, I'm willing to make an exception for the face. But yeah, this is, you know, I've got a couple kits I want to work on in the future. Like, I've got this fucking shit that I need to finish. Like, I've got this whole gigantic Megami device kit that is just waiting for me to finish it. The problem is it's gigantic, and that's a lot of streaming. It was really annoying having the camphor sitting half finished on my desk, knowing that I could only stream it. If I wanted to build it, I could only stream it, and that is giga annoying. Actually, this kit is pretty nice. I don't have to worry about. Let's see, am I on? I'm on screen. Just want to make sure I'm on screen when I'm doing this. Sorry, you're gonna have to see my grotesque hairy arms. I am indeed not a svelte young anime boy. I mean, I've got some muscle definition going. I stopped working out for a minute, but I plan on getting back into it once I D9, D7. I plan on getting back into working out as soon as my class kind of ends. I've been on very low maintenance mode as of late. I just felt like I haven't really had a ton of extra time to do stuff. I can't even believe I streamed as much as I did. It became such a routine, honestly. I'm feeling like we're gonna have quite a bit of cleanup to be doing with these boys, with this girl technically. Or I don't know, is Calibarn a girl? I know Ariel is like a girl. Bit of a spoiler there, but the anime's been out and has been a controversy for quite some time now. So I will say, I think I know that's been a topic that's been coming up since a lot of people have been saying they really biffed the landing on My Hero Academy, or my Boku no Macadamia Nut came out and was pretty not great. I think that's definitely a very Japanese ending to that series, but that doesn't mean it's good. Like, that makes... Oh, fuck. Oh, man. This is gonna be bad. Oh, man. I just realized I don't have any great way of doing this, like, super clear, glossy plastic. This is gonna be a bitch and a half. I know the second I sand it, it's ruined. Like, I'll have to, like, yeah, it's like, you gotta, like, wet polish it. I don't know, I'll have to ask Rad. He'll know better than me. Yo, I'm about this song. Yeah, that is horrendous. Oh, God, already we've fucked up. I know there's probably a way to fix it, but, like, good damn. We're off to a rough start. Man, there's just, like, whole genres of music I've been sleeping on, huh? This cutesy, silly playlist stuff. Omori, 100. Oh, is it from that game? I do be about it, though. Okay, let's make another. Sorry, I'm gonna be a bit slow getting back into it. I'll be real. If I ever get like giga popular, I've talked about this before. I would really, really want to do a like a soundtrack, like a Konkombini WEEABOO-FUNZONE OST, and I wouldn't want it to just be like typical VTuber music. I'd want to like work with an artist and make like an actual concept album. I've had a couple ideas for what that could be, because I'm very art director brained. Hey, how you doing, Dee? Thanks for showing up, man. Yes, I am. I'm very proud of this this hodgepodge of a setup. I think also I'm committing a massive sin here. I'm using single-bladed nippers on clear plastic, which is like the opposite of what you should be doing. But these other ones are so rough that they're just gonna destroy whatever I cut with them. Like, that's like infinitely better. Clear plastic is not, despite being a builder for 10 years, clear plastic is not something I have a great grasp on. Mostly just because whenever I get into something in solitude. And, that kind of just, most of my learning and decisions happen from self-discovery. But yeah, no, this is, honestly, I think the only things I had to buy to get this going, because this is my second stream setup. I have one for gaming, and I have one for, like, you know, this kind of stuff. Eventually I might even want to try, you know, I used to do unboxings. Even though unboxings, I've kind of found, or, like, felt like they are a little cringe. Because I've started to not enjoy that kind of content from other YouTubers. Even though it gets more, I don't know, like, it's a toss-up. Like, I definitely am, like, my own worst enemy, because there are very clear paths to, I think, success that get views and stuff, but I just don't want to, there's a lot of other YouTubers in my established genres that I don't want to do that same kind of stuff with. Like, there's a lot of figure YouTubers who will do they'll do like, oh, here's the pre-orders for the week. It's like, okay, what do I have to add to this conversation that a bunch of people aren't already adding? You know? But yeah, eventually this setup, I want to do maybe like some figure overview stuff. More than just Gunpla builds, but I gotta get a new mic first. This mic is, the only two things I bought to get this going are, this mic, which I got an XLR mic for $30. And boy howdy does it sure sound like it. It's definitely worse than my other mic, which isn't that much better. It's just a Scarlett mic, some Scarlett private label XLR mic that you get for buying the interface. And then the interface I bought wasn't another Scarlett. It's an Onyx Artist 1.2. But that's been nice. That was only $60. Like, that's pretty good. Like, I'm thoroughly impressed with it. Like, the Scarlett one is at least like, it's at least like $100, I think, just for the interface. That's a lot of dosh. And Facebook Marketplace, I couldn't really find a ton of good stuff for it at the time. So it was on sale for like $50 or $60 on Amazon. I was like, you know what? Just pull the trigger on it. But yeah, I built this setup a while back on the cheap, because I'm supposed to be saving money and not spending it. You wouldn't be able to tell because I'm clearly buying model kits. But I've also canceled like a ton of pre-orders. Oh, we got 2 C4s and 2 C5s. Probably should have did both of them. Oh, is there 2 C? There's 2 C runners. Not a hold on a. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I mean, that doesn't. Thankfully, I have a ton of stuff on my backlog, so it's not like I have to use streaming as an excuse to buy stuff. Uh, but I also wanted this kit. I do like the aerial design, and I do like certain SD Gundams. I know I was saying this a little earlier, but now that there's people in chat, I like the SD Gundam face. I think it's a very characteristic robot face. And I kind of put it on the same level as, like, the Metabot face, where it's just, like, the weird, like, doll, like, this face. This is a 30-minute sisters, but, like, I gave her one of the, I gave her one of the 30-minute, missions, Acerby faces. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I probably, you know, I'm sounding like such a secondary right now, but I definitely, SD Gundam is something I want to, look more into, for sure, as, like, a series. I know there's, like Shin Musha Gundam and all that stuff is, like, a spin-off of SD Gundam. Some of those get a little crazy looking for my tastes, but personally, I'm just waiting for the Gundam where they just don't pull any punches, and it's like, oh, guess what? The Gundam is actually a person with thoughts and feelings. They're like a person in a robot body that's, like, not like some weird Deus Ex Machina. It's just like, oh, it's just a person in a body. Like, I don't know if body horror would be the right word to describe it, but, like, if someone wakes up one day and they're just, like, a 50-foot killing machine. Get a little bit of the TF shenanigans going in there. Also, again, waiting for the Gundam where Keimono actually is more a part of it, because they teased us with Build Divers Re-Rise. C8 now. But that's just me inserting my interest in the Gundam. I don't know. But, like, could you imagine a Gundam where, like a regular person wakes up and they're just, like, a Gundam. They don't even have to be, like, a super tall one. Like, make them just, like, a normal... Make it just, like, a person-sized Gundam with, like, an SD Gundam face or whatever. I don't know. Like, I think that is my general, distaste with a lot of, not just robot girls, but, like, you know, Keimono as well. Like, when they do a girl and it's like, oh, it's a girl, but it's X type of girl. It's just like a girl wearing a costume. Like, that's something that I keep talking about ZZZ because other people keep talking about it. I don't ever plan to play it. Like, I'm not a supporter of Chinese spyware. But Ellen Jo, the shark girl from that, is not a shark girl. She's like an anime girl. She's an over-designed anime girl with a butt plug. And it doesn't even go in her butt. It, like, goes into, like, the base of her spine, and it looks bizarre. I don't know. And not in a good way. But again, that is just me personal taste. You can sell your data to the CCP if you really want to. Although, to be fair, I'm talking shit. They already got me with Arc Knights a couple years ago, but that's not Hoyoverse. They don't like on paper send money to the Chinese government. Oh, good times. Talking smack about mobile games. that I don't even ever plan to play or like. I was thinking about that recently. There's an anime from either last season or the season before, called 16-Bit Layer, and it's about a girl who really likes Bishoujo games. She's really into, like, PC 98 games and stuff like that. Or, like, old school, like Eroge. Am I doing this wrong? I'm doing this wrong. I'm absolutely doing this wrong. I am... Wait. Yeah, I think I'm doing this wrong. How did I screw this up already? We haven't even finished a leg and I'm already toast. But there are some for such a goofy premise of a show, she basically works on VNs, and she's basically unsatisfied with her job and her, like, bosses and management and whatnot. That I already can, like, I can relate to that already. Number one, because I'm technically a creative for work, and I have the same problem. I got into a fight with one of the middle managers this week, and he basically, like, threatened me because I made him look bad in front of another person. Because I said, in his own words, I was like, you cussed in front of this person, when I was telling him, hey man, this stuff you were giving me is bad. Like, what? Not even, I wasn't even being aggressive with him. I was like, yo man, what the fuck is this? After having to talk, like, very nonchalantly, after having to talk to him about it, like, a bunch of times, and he got, like, like, this dude was, like, you know, for the longest time, this dude wasn't super aggro or anything, but, like, he turned on a dime the second I made him, like, I guess I made him look bad in front of another person. And today I had to ask him for something, and he, like, was shitty about it. Dude's a jackass. I don't know. Like, that's unfortunately what happens. Like, the job I work for is technically a family business, but it's also a $50 million family business. So, like, I don't know. Dude's a loser. You know, he's gonna... That's basically his last stop. And hopefully he'll end up dying on the Walmart floor when that business implodes. But... No, yeah, I definitely could identify with the main character of 16-Bit Layer just on that premise alone. But then it goes into how she's very nostalgic for an era that she missed out on, and is inspired by, and yet, let's see. Sorry, I'm also building while I'm doing this. But yeah, there's just a lot of nostalgia and melancholy of, you know, hey, I love this thing, but, like, no one else does. It doesn't make money. It's not popular. You know, there's a character in the show who is, like, she basically, spoiler for the show, but it's also the first episode. She basically has a magical experience and is sent back in time to the 90s, where she gets to help work on a Bishoujo game. And through what I've watched of it, a lot of it is basically just, like, characters who are passionate about things dealing with the change of time and, like, liking things and then watching them change and, you know, like, not agreeing with that. Sorry, I'm doing a horrible job of explaining it. But 16-Bit Layer is a show that you should go check out. It honestly, this is gonna sound super sappy, but I like it made me cry, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. It was enough to like. There was enough of what I personally have been experiencing with like art and being a creative and choosing that as my life's calling. Because I feel like a lot of the things that I, as an artist, try to do are things that people, I feel like, don't agree with or have moved past. Like, just me being a guy, this purist for wanting, I want to do manga art, right? So do a bunch of other people. But the problem is manga art is made in Japan. And anyone outside of Japan making art is a self-taught hobbyist, including myself, and I hate that. I'm not a fan of that. I want to change that. I want to, like, if we view anime and manga and like Western art as spheres of creativity, like cultures of creativity, even, if you will. There is a creative culture that produces the manga and anime that we all like, and there is the Western culture, which has been slowly falling out of favor for years. But even back then, it was not as bad. Now anime has a big tourism problem, just like the rest of Japan. But the problem is, now that anime and manga has gotten so popular, and people who are self-taught hobbyists of anime and manga outside of Japan have gotten so pretty good. Like, I really don't like a lot of Korean and Chinese artists just because I don't like the technique, and I also don't like that other countries are trying to wear anime and manga's success like a skin. But a lot of that art has been good. It's successful in Japan. Like, Blue Archive is a Korean gacha game, and I don't like. Not only do I not like gacha, I don't like. Again, I don't like a lot of Korean art. And we're kind of starting to see a delusion. Delusion. Delusion is the incorrect word, but it's like diluting, like to like make more watered down, I guess would be the word. Of what anime and manga used to be. Like, manga and anime artists are starting to, naturally change and respond to global markets trying to make art like them, and what's considered good style or popular style has changed a lot, and I personally don't like that. Like, I'm not a fan of where the hell is B Runner? That's D Runner. C, sorry, I'm lost and I'm babbling at the same time. Okay, B, okay, it was red. I'm stupid. But, yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people would say, like, times are changing. I guess I just don't identify with what the times have changed to, in a lot of ways. And there's things I'd like to get back to, and things I think that are valuable that we've lost. And as a creative, I've ever more so felt that with the encroaching of, like, ChatGPT and, like, LLMs and stuff like that. I used to be in a Discord that was very pro that technology, and they used all the buzzwords. Like, oh, it's accessibility, it's, oh, now everyone can be a creative. Oh, creatives are just elites for not liking this technology, blah, blah, blah. All the shit. And thankfully, a lot of people in recent months, I think, have rebelled against a lot of those narratives. And I think people are starting to see it for what it is, which is just another crypto grift. It's just that the third horseman and the four horsemen of terrible big tech technologies that no one asked for, like crypto, NFTs, and now even, I hate calling it AI, because even that is, you're falling for their marketing. Like, it's not AI, it's not artificial, and it's not intelligent. And like all the language surrounding the technology even is like trying to make it's actually kind of like sickeningly amazing, as someone who has worked with and in marketing people and marketers, how they've been able to kind of court the public opinion with their language choice. It's very scary too, because that's a big thing I have against a lot of social justice type stuff, is this like use of language to try to weaponize people's goodwill against them. And a lot of the ChatGPT stuff is very, very much like that. It's very much like trying to confuse and like misdirect people using language. It's very, very scary. And I don't like it. But also, too, it's just depressing, because, like, I've tried hard to study anime and manga art, and I want to go to Japan and learn from people that make it, and then also study, I'm kind of like, it's so hard for me to explain this. I feel like I'd have it more on lock, but basically, my goal is to just basically become part of the circles that make manga, sell at Comic Het, produce doujins, produce, like, one-shots. I don't know if being a courier manga artist is in the prospects for me, but I definitely want to sell at Comic Het. I definitely want to make doujinshi, and I want to make art like you would find in Japan. Like, I don't want to be the Westerner that does this stuff. I want to basically be not like a style chameleon, but I want to be known for the art and not the fact that I'm a white person making the art. And I think it's possible, because when I was going to art, I could honestly, like, if this sounds so lame, but if I was going to get my master's, which the only reason I would do that, the only reason anyone does that for art is because they want to teach. Like, it's literally worthless unless you're planning to teach. But if I was going and getting a master's for some reason, I don't know, I feel like that would be my thesis, which is really lame, because I would go in there and they'd be like, "Hey, loser, you wrote your thesis on anime and manga." Like, the first question out of the I believe with theses and stuff, you have to get, like, approval to graduate, and, like, you present your research in front of a board. I think the first question out of their mouths would be, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I don't think they'd have very nice things to say about my work. But I've always approached this. It's a non-scholarly subject that I approach with the scholarly seriousness. Basically, I just want to be a manga anime artist. I don't know. And I'm from the era where, like, people who weren't Japanese, it was never good. Like, even people that were good were bad, like Mark Crilly. Like, Mark Crilly, oh man. I don't want to throw too much shade at Mark Crilly, but he's definitely not a manga artist. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care that he got his work published. He's like a Western comic artist. And that's the thing, too, is I see a lot of people, like, even popular... Oh, that scared the shit out of me. That felt way too easy, and I heard a snap. I thought I ruined these knockoff Despine nippers. But, God, where was I? Yeah, so, like, there are people, like, I've seen other YouTubers and stuff, like, that do, or even have been taught by, like, anime manga artists, like Ori Days is a YouTuber that I don't have any beef with, but I don't like him. I don't know, something about him bothers me. But, like, I don't like a lot of other people in my situation, and I don't know if it's just me being competitive or just, like, being a jerk. But, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, like, they don't always do it right. And then also, too, like, there's the thing about, like, learning a language. Like, if you want to learn a language, right, you gotta learn from people who are native speakers. Although that can present its own problems. I've been having a lot with my Japanese class. But nevertheless, for argument's sake, the way to learn a language is from a native speaker. I think if you learn from someone who isn't, you can pick up, you know, sometimes you can't always guarantee that they're going to be the best at everything. You might pick up their bad habits, etc., etc. I believe it's the same way for art. I think if you want to be a specific type of artist, why would you learn from someone who isn't actually trained in it? Like, this is only anime and manga. This is such a weird thing that only seems to exist with anime and manga, because for years, you know, Japanese artists, and I experienced this in my art school, because we had several Japanese students. They'll come over and they'll learn Western styles and they'll get pretty good at it. They'll do fine. Like, that'll just be the type of art that they learn. And then even in Japan, there's people that paint more classically and stuff. But with anime manga, there isn't such a path for people who aren't Japanese to come over and learn in the same way. So what's happened in place of that is a lot of people just started guessing at what it is, and hence the self-taught hobbyist sort of dig. What am I looking for? B10? Oh boy, B10, another shiny plastic. But yeah, no, I don't want to be a like, that's how you get stuck in Artist Alley hell, is you try to teach yourself anime manga art, and that is not what I want personally for my, that's not personally what I want for my art. Some people are okay with that, but again, you get stuck in the uncanny valley of, like, I'm selling anime prints at the local convention, you know. And I don't want that. I don't want to be a pale imitation of the thing that I love. I want to be the thing that I love. But it's hard to explain that to people now, because a lot of the imitative stuff has gotten good. Like obviously Korean, and there is unironically people who think Genshin is anime, and that makes me giga sad. That makes me cringe. It's not. Don't be a silly Billy. But yeah, all of that to say that 16-bit layer, another sensation. Sorry, we meandered a lot there, but the 16-bit layer kind of struck a emotional chord with me, as the main character kind of doesn't feel like she associates fully with the modern state of her passion. And she also witnesses other characters go through similar things. And unfortunately, I need to finish. I haven't finished it yet. I don't know if it finishes good or not. But, like, the bit that I did see, again, made me, like, actually, like, cry and tear up. 16-bit layer, another sensation. Or 16... bit another layer. Let me look it up. "16-bit sensation, another layer." Yes. It's a good show, and it really resonated with me. I don't know if it would resonate with everyone in the same way, but it clearly resonated with me. I was very emotionally taken aback by it. I am liking this SD Gundam so far. This is the cross-frame version we're building. We're just going to put the SD Gundam eyes on the cross-frame, because if you're buying an SD Gundam, come on. You're using the face. You're using the face. But, yeah, no, it's a show I need to finish, but, like, now that I know that I get emotional over it, I'm having a hard time finishing it, because I have to be in a specific frame of mind. Like, I use media, this is gonna sound bad, but I use media somewhat as, be careful when, can you see my face if I hang over the thing like that? Can you see? Oh, you might be able to see, oh, you're seeing a little bit of my hair. It's okay, you can see the top of my head, it's not a big deal. Woo! Shippo! Kami no shippo! Be careful when detaching the part off the runner, B5. Oh god, it's another, oh, I don't like this, I'm giga unhappy about this. Oh man, I need to find a good way to cut clear plastic, because, like, goddamn, man. This makes me opposite happy. And this is the perfect song for something to go horribly wrong, too. This, like, little cat girl going, meow, 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 and I'm like, no, my parts! This would be the song that happens to. Or this one. But other than that, I think this anime season has been a little unexpected for me. I had some stuff that I was looking forward to, like I think, oh man, I had another pretty big head turn on an anime. Shikanoko Noko Noko Koshtantan was something that I saw the trailer for, and I was like, whoa, that looks kind of... Oh, there's something stuck under the mat. I wanna get that before it ruins the mat any further, because I can already see it's put a mark on poor old Ibui. I don't know if this, like, this playmat is, like, worth it. I didn't pay a lot for this Pokemon card set. Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go was, speaking of overhyped things, Pokemon Go card set, like, came and fucking went, didn't it? Like, it was such a nothing burger. That's another thing I need to catch back up on, is I need to start getting back to building my, okay, so we don't even need B runner anymore for now. We need A something and then C16. But, getting back to anime, because I'm getting sidetracked, because I'm being a goofy man. I did a real big head turn on Shikanoko Noko Koshtantan. I was pretty excited for it, because I saw the trailer, and I was like... I thought it was going to be, like, a lot better than it actually turned out to be. And then all the anime tourists and anime content people, in about a million air quotes, and Twitter normies started really go, it's a deer, she's a deer now, she's a girl now, And then, you know, God, I have to find this video. I swear it exists. Someone made a video, like a 7-minute video on an anime on the show before the show even fucking aired. Like, it's like, oh, this anime is the funniest thing on the planet. It's so goofy and random wackiness. Lol XD. Oh. Pinkst. But, sorry, I had a Discord PM. But yeah, the Deer Girl anime is, like, painfully average. It's, like, I think it's not even bad. It's just okay. Like, it is, like, not, it's, like, almost not even, like, I've, like, kind of chuckled at one of the jokes so far. Honestly, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Sabagebu. If Sabagebu wasn't funny. But yeah, Shikanoko Noko Koshtantan. It's me, the haha internet funny man from the Funny Fox channel. He uses foxes in his channel. Surely he isn't going to be found out to be some kind of weird diddler later. Ugh. That's something I have to be very careful of. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just an integral part of my branding. You know, it's not like, I don't know. Foxes are as animals, foxes are cool animals. I'd love to, like, see one in person one day, but I'd never want to own one. You know, like, honestly, this is gonna sound really bad, but there's a guy on LTT named Anthony, and he recently came out as, like, trans, which, if that's what you want to do as an adult, sure, fine. I have no problem with you making decisions about yourself in your adult life. And then it just kind of, like, everyone's like, oh, he was such a cool guy, you know, he's, like, sweet and nice and informative. But then you go back, like, there's one video in particular where you go back and, like, you see his house. I don't like a lot of the tech content on LTT. I like a lot of the home shit that they do, just because it gives me ideas for my own stuff. Like, if I still had cable, I'd probably be a slave to fucking HGTV, like a goddamn grandma. Just because as a home owner, I like home content. I don't know, it's fun. But the first Intel Extreme tech upgrade they did, they did Anthony, and you know, he's just like a charming, nice guy. But then you go into his apartment, it's kind of disheveled looking, but, like, you know, that's par for the course for Canada. Like, pretty much anyone who isn't a gabillionaire or doing some, like, shady Chinese money shit Oh, this is just a fucking IHE song. The dad gene is activating early. No, like, but like, see, the thing is about this guy is like, it's there was one thing there as a degenerate, and I'm saying this as a degenerate, there is one thing that really gave me the like, oh no kind of like vibe, and it's he had plushies, which I have plushies, okay? Like, you'd look at me and you'd go, oh, this dude has plushies, wow, he probably fucks them. And I'm like, you know what, man? Oh, working on the house. I mean, that's just pride of ownership, man. But, my plushies are, like, of things. Like, okay, so I have, like, anime-themed plushies. You know, I've got stuff from Pokemon, which is a little bit of a red flag. You know, that's some, like, fucking chibi plays vibes. You know what? I'm willing to cop to that as a degenerate. But, Anthony, in particular, had a lot of just, like, he had a couple Neopets, and he just had, like, random Fox plushies. Like a lot. More than, like, one. And my Stranger Danger, like, fellow degenerate kind of, like, radar or LiDAR or whatever, it started pinging hard. I'm like, okay, the dude's in his mid-40s. He's, like, half balding, missing a ton of hair. And he's got that. He's single, clearly. And he's got that lying around his house. Oh, man, is this guy, like, is this guy our guy, hashtag? And then he came out as trans. And then I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. And then it's, you know, what's funny is, LTT put out this really butthurt thing because a lot of people didn't know that he converted. And they were like, wait, who's Emily? What's this? And they weren't even like, not all of them were like mean or anything too. They were just like, wait, is that just like a genuine editing mistake? And they put out a really butthurt statement about, like, we're going to start moderating our comments now. Because, like, blah, 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 blah. Like, it sounded like some thing, the A17. This is A2, that's why I'm stupid. Looking for A runner. But, like, basically, yeah, they kind of, like, put out this really, like, out-of-touch, long-winded, like, message about it, and it was kind of funny. LTT is very Canadian, for better or for worse. Why did I even start talking about that again? Oh yeah, because my branding is Fox based. So like, I look at Anthony, right, and I'm like, man, is that what people see me as? Like, that always, like, I know I'm like a creep. Like, I understand that, like, I am not a wholesome-looking dude. Like, I look like fucking brown-haired Alex Yeek in real life. Well, yeah, because it's furries. It's 100% Western furry. Like, just straight up. I mean, like, furries have been a thing since, like, the 60s and whatever. But, like, it's just the internet and the proliferation of, like, just, like, Western furry culture, you know? Like, people are more aware of it now. So, like, now it's just, like, a danger symbol. Yeah. That's why, that's why I had that big ol' thing in front of my kimono video. Because, like, you know, I love kimono. I have never seen it as, like, a thing of, like, Western furry culture. Like, it's an extension of anime for me. And I don't identify with Western furry. Like, I identify being a degenerate. Like, I'm gonna be real. I've looked at quite a bit of Western furry stuff that would make people go, ugh. Like, I'm not saying the art is always bad, but I just don't identify with the culture. Like, I don't need to have that be part of my real life. You know? Like, I keep it very much under wraps, and I don't like a lot of Western furries. And I just don't, I didn't want the channel to be associated with that when I did the Kemono video. Like, I wanted it to be very clear that this is, hey, this is Japanese anthro art. It's different than Western furry. It's not the same. And I think it doesn't matter. Like, I think people just didn't pay attention, because I can definitely tell I started to attract some of those people who don't want to be distinctive or make the difference. We had a dude in a server who had a mental break, renamed themselves Fox Mom, and started calling themselves a multiple system, and started multi-boxing RP personalities. Yeah, that sounds like a mental breakdown. I wouldn't want to be a part of that shit. Like, see, and that's the thing that a lot of, you know, again, not trying to be nasty to people who want to choose to be sexually deviant. I do lump in LGBT stuff with sexual deviance, because that's what it is by nature. Like, you can't tell me it's not. But there's a fundamental difference when you expect me to play along with whatever it is you're going with. Like, I don't particularly care for if you want to do that on your own time or whatever, but, like, and, you know, I honestly, yeah, I mean, I hope I don't give you that vibe. Like, I try to keep that's why I'm very embarrassed about wanting to do, like, R18 drawing stuff. There is stuff I want to draw. Honestly, stuff I haven't shown you that would make you a rad stuff that would make you go like, ugh. I very much keep it under wraps. Oh, I'm a fun weirdo. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think some of the arcade people I hang out with are a little older, so they're kind of like, I don't know, but like some of the people I've met in that hobby are kind of goofy too. Like, I'm not gonna name any names, but a person that played an active role in the candy cabinet video I have found out is a furry, which it was very interesting to me. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm doing this wrong. Oh, fuck. I'm doing the I'm doing the non... Oh, jeez. Well, so much for getting to draw later tonight. I'm doing the wrong arms. Thankfully, that's not a super hard fix, but it is enough to be. But yeah, like... I don't want to be like a Benjamin Franklin haired looking weirdo, like. And also too, you know, just speaking personally for a minute, I know it's fun to be into degen stuff, but I know that as I get older, that is only going to negatively impact my relationships with real life stuff with the opposite sex and everything. Like, it would be very hard to find a person who has the interests with mine that sync up in that way, and I recognize that. So until anime or Kemono becomes real, until Elon finally fucking loses his mind and creates genetic abominations, unfortunately, it's not gonna happen, probably ever. I mean, more the kind of guys who start arguing about how need they add a porn channel about plastic, but yeah. I mean, eh. I don't particularly, like... I don't know, like... I guess if everyone's cool with it, I can't really hate on it too much, but, you know, like... Obviously... I mean, I don't know. Ecchi and anime go hand in hand. Like, I'ma be real. If someone posted some doujin of fucking Maiden Mako from X, I wouldn't be like, ugh. I'd be like, oh. Like, I don't, you know, I get what you're saying. I personally, there's a time and a place for everything. The problem I've been having though is like that, finding the place and time for that stuff is hard. So it can come out in awkward ways with people. You ever see that those Japanese equivalent fursuiters have the hyper, when they take them off, they're just cute girls? I don't know, man. Fursuiting do not be, I mean, even a lot of, like, even the Japanese fursuits kind of just, not, they don't all, I mean, some of them are cute, some of them are it's a hit or miss for me. I'm not gonna pretend there's some that aren't like, oh, like, just, okay, if it's, like, not on topic, that's another thing. Like, if it's on topic, then, yeah, okay, sure, but, like, if it's like, hey, guys, check out this Pornhub video, like you're saying, yeah, that's fucked up and weird. Don't do that. Agreed. See, we can, there's nuance to this discussion. Okay, we need 21. We not only have to redo, the one arm we did, we have to go in for, and do the new one too. But thankfully, these are the most, legs and arms are probably the most annoying parts of, building, standard-ass Gundams. But I will say, I was at this swap meet, and there was a gentleman there with a kid, and he was cool. He knew what Konosuba was and stuff. He wouldn't buy any of the prize figures I had, but one of the guys who's like one of the main dudes, he hosts a lot of the events and stuff. He was telling me that, like, he used to draw too. He's like an older guy. Like, so he didn't have like a good frame of reference for what he was trying to tell me. But he was like, you know, this guy used to draw like Sonic art, but it was like Amy Rose with like huge tits. And he basically told me that he basically outed his friend as like drawing Hyper. And he didn't even know what it was. He was like, I said, oh, you mean like he draws Hyper? And he was like, probably. And I was like, oh, okay. And he had like a kid and his wife was there. So I don't know, maybe there's hope for everybody. Maybe there's hope for everybody just yet. The question is she into that too? You gotta have the shared interest. That's how they met on Second Life? Maybe. I don't know, man. Alright, we gotta pull these apart. Where is part separator? I need a better part separator. The plastic one that I have, the Bandai official one, is poopycock. It's poppycock. Even. It's balderdash. We need to bring back weird old, like, English, like swears. Like fucking... I need a list. Peter Pan Poppycock. Balderdash. Those are the only two I know right now, sorry. Come on, you fucker. Open up. Oh, but yeah, to answer your, change bits for a bit. Fucking Deltarune music. Yeah, work was okay today, I guess. You know, nothing too bad happened. The dude was kind of shitty to me. Like, I had, again, because he doesn't, the data he feeds me is garbage. And he does, Hexagear one is awesome, but it's too powerful. Need to be careful not to hurt your part. Interesting. Villain, I have done thy knave, you rapscallion, you scoundrel. I've proceeded to take your mother to the bedchambers, where we've made coitus with each other. What say you to that, you knave? I'll have to keep that Hexagear one, in mind. Okay, these are the SD arms. Also, I'm not doing a good job with, sanding and nubs and stuff. I'm gonna have to come back and, like, really do these. Again, I am waiting for me to get above red to do painting. I'm trying to build, like, a booth. That Pace booth guy, I have to get a hold of him, because I want to save, like, a bunch of money getting it shipped. The Hexagear part separator works great as a tiny crowbar prop. Interesting. But yes, I have many supplies on the list. And then I also have stuff that I just haven't really used yet. Like, I've got an airbrush compressor from when I did a cosplay that I used once to build a hat that I begged my grandma to buy for me, and she did because I was a spoiled brat growing up. I still am a spoiled brat. And I'm 30. But I've got that. You know what's funny is we had a, I think I have it here. Where is it? Here it is. But, you guys can tell me, if this sucks or not. But someone, I didn't purchase this product. This is a compressorless airbrush. This just showed up at my parents' house one day with someone else's name on it and our address. And I've never had that happen before, like, ever. And they never contacted us about it. We never got any, it was from Amazon. We never got, like, a thing from the post office or whatever. But this just showed up at our house. I don't know if this is for model kits and stuff. But, yeah, no, I know the quality of China drop shipping is hit or miss, because that's essentially what we do for our job. What I do for my job is I do private label, which is basically just taking products from factories and making our brand over it. So don't ever let anyone tell you that Great Value brand shit isn't, like, it is I mean, it is kind of can be crusty knockoff stuff, but, like, store brand stuff sometimes is actually just the same shit as, like, what you would buy from a traditional brand. Although sometimes it's not. Like, dish soap is one of those where it's like it's better to buy the better brand. It works if you don't have a proper compressor. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a compressorless airbrush. Interesting. Do you not worry about, like, the moisture from it? Because I know that's a concern with using, compressors to clean computer parts, and I've noticed this with, arcade boards and stuff, is that sometimes the air will leave moisture on the board. But, I'll have to try it. But I have a proper, I'll have to talk to the guys at, Model Cave, because they kind of red-pilled me on, airbrush stuff, before. And they approved my, Okay, so the tank, maybe I'll do some tests. But then it also means it's not going to be as powerful for blowing water, and I noticed that's a problem with mine as well. I am a little nervous to do the oven trick, though, with arcade boards. I know some people swear by putting it in the oven on 100 degrees to evaporate the water. I will have to ask about that one, though. Some more experienced peeps. But yeah, no, I'm kind of stuck when it comes to big stuff, because I have a lot of expenses that I am worrying about at the moment, and I need to start actually building my emergency fund back up, because over the years and stuff, it is just sort of depleted, and I haven't been giving it due diligence. And, you know, a big part of that is I buy a lot of stuff. Like, obviously, I bought this model kit. So I'm not going to pretend like, oh, I've had so many life expenses. But I did have some life expenses. I had to buy a dryer. My dryer blew up. You know, sometimes the bill is just more expensive than you expect. Blah, blah, blah. Your boy's got to get a proper budget going, I think. But, it's on the list, trust me. Ugh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I don't like that. I did it the wrong way. Fucking creepy clown music. We might have to change the music here soon. I'm not really in love with what's going on here. I guess this is okay. I don't know. Music is such a toss-up for me. Because it's, are you getting demonetized, or, you know, what? I mean, not that I have monetization, but, like... Yeah, no, I'm trying to get a, like a... I mean, you know the one I'm trying to get. It's the... Did I just do this fucking backwards? Wait, no, I have two of the same arm. Okay, so... There we go. God. Ah, God damn it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, been... off the, unfortunately, it's just been sort of off the beaten path. Like, literally the only reason I did that one, spoiler alert for the future, but I did acquire a third arcade machine. That, cocktail table for any viewers watching this who aren't in the know from the Konkombini channel. And literally the only reason I did that is because I'm expecting to basically, like, either make money off it or be, like, net neutral. Because I'm trading a game board for the parts that I need, and I'm selling parts off of what I bought to the point where it's basically just covering the cost of me buying it. Like, I bought the project for $100, and I have a person who's interested in parts that I'm not going to use off it for $100. So literally the only thing it cost me to go pick it up was my time and money, which is really funny. But that's the only reason I did that, is because I'm doing it as, like, as slowly and as affordably as possible. Like, I'm not spending another $3,000 on a candy cabinet. I can't do it anymore. Or at least not right now. Like, I also need to get back on the candy cabinets. I haven't touched mine in a minute. I'm hoping to, a friend of mine is coming back with a part off of, Plinky, the Blast. And we're gonna re-rotate the monitor, and that's gonna become my Naomi Shenanigans cabinet. Okay. And then Stinky, the Neo, is literally just going to be just my daily JAMA driver. Pretty much any JAMA game board goes into Stinky, which is she's stinky because she smells when the chassis is running. It's mostly gone away. It's not perfect yet, but it's enough to be annoying. I think something may have gotten into the flyback or whatever. Who knows? Maybe I'll switch her to run, like, an MS9 instead of the fucking GMK that she's running now. Because it's the same. I don't think it's toxic. Like, I've talked to a lot of people about it. I think it's just a smell. I'll have to ask. Maybe some people will know better than me, but, yeah, it's not really a health hazard. I think I fucking, I'm not a hypochondriac, but I definitely psych myself out, I noticed, a lot of times on sickness stuff. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? Like, if I start feeling weird, I'll, like, think I'm getting sick, and then I'll, like, freak out about getting sick, and then sometimes I'll actually get more sick than I was, because I'm freaking out. I don't know. It's mostly gone away. I think something just got in the flyback and is producing a weird smell when it runs. And it's kind of, as I've ran it, it kind of just has gone away. I don't know. I'll have to ask some more experienced friends. I have a feeling that I'm going to be meeting some people in that field very soon, hopefully. But yeah, I already know what I'm going to be. Oh, son of a bitch. Part separator. iFixit kit. Help me. But I already know what the name for the third child will be. I need my knife. I can't do it without a knife. It's bizarre. I can't describe what it is. Like, it is just like, it's just goofy. Like, I don't understand how to describe it other than that it just kind of smells like chemicals. I've never smelled anything like it. And then one of the guys who has a bunch of expensive cabinets, who was giving me some advice on how to deal with it, he pulled out a chassis, an MS9, which is the Astro City Egret 2 chassis, now, and it smelled almost the same. As long as nothing's wrong with it, I guess, and as long as it's not hurting me, you know, you can't even really smell it when it's in the cab. Now, like, the cab doesn't smell when it runs. It's mostly inside the cabinet. But I think I'm going to be lucky. And meet some people who might be able to answer that question for me, potentially in the future. But I don't want to make any promises. But I definitely want to stream arcade games again too. The problem is when you're streaming arcade stuff, you kind of have to be on. It's a lot more active than just, like, tooling around in a video game. Like, arcade gaming is, oh man, please don't break. Please don't break. I am hoping and praying that I don't snap whatever these, like, Rui tool, like, they're basically just bootleg God Hands, or those, they're equivalent to those Die Spay nippers. And you're not supposed to use them on crystal plastic. I know I've said that a bunch already this stream, but like every time I have to do it, because these other ones, these like entry-level God Hand nippers, I don't trust them. They're gonna leave too much of a nub mark. And I'm also not really doing myself any favors because I'm not putting any of the stickers on because I want to paint this. Yeah, I do need a better webcam. I am waiting to see a person at my work is getting rid of a bunch of her husband unfortunately passed away. Which is very sad. Press F for husband, for husbando. But he was a film photographer guy, and he had a lot of camera equipment that she wants nothing to do with, probably because it reminds him or her of him. And it seemed like she was interested in getting rid of it and giving it to me. See, I don't trust these to double cut either. These, because they're just too brutal, and these gates are already, these SD like entry level kit gates are already so thin. Like, a lot of times when you cut it enough with with too rough of a nipper, it'll just snap it out of the gate and leave a big gash mark in it. Like, right, this one wasn't loose, but there was a couple before that were loose. But yeah, cutting clear plastic. I have yet to figure out a good way to not only cut it, but also finish it to where it will be glass smooth like it needs to be if you have a nub or a mark that you need to sand down on it. I'm sure there's some, like, ridiculous polishing method you gotta do to get it, like, back into its, proper sheen. They're designed to twist off. It's another one of those things Bandai does that makes kids easier for beginners, more experience, like some of the undergates they do. Yeah, undergates can be annoying too. That's another one that, like, makes me opposite happy from time to time. Where am I? Okay, I'm doing this the other way. I was wrong. What is wrong with you? Man. I wish I was still into Gmod and stuff like that, and, like, I've been finding that I've been watching a lot of Bringus Studio lately, who's just, like, he fucks with computers for shits and giggles. He's another one of those Canadian computer-aligned people. B11D4. But he'll play a bunch of old Source games and stuff, and it makes me just wish I could, He did a video recently that was a lot of fun. He built the computer from Counter-Strike. The one in the office is actually, like, a real computer. And I thought that was really fun. That was a really fun idea. I like that. I liked that kind of creativity in a video. B11. Where's B11? I put B runner down, I think. B... Where's... Oh. See, it's yellow. I was thinking it wasn't going to be yellow. But, yeah, I've been somewhat nostalgic for, Gary's mod and, some of the stuff. I wish I got more into it. I was not as into it as some people. I did not have a lot of friends back then. The one friend that kind of introduced me to it, I've mentioned him before on the channel. Again, a good guy, but, like, he's kind of a flake, and he had a lot of friends, whereas I only had him as a friend. So there was very clearly a difference in the level of friendship that we had with each other. LGR, yeah, LGR, I feel very hit or miss about. Because he seems like a genuine guy who's just into shit and is cool. But I feel like a lot of his content is just, bleh, look at thing, bleh. And, I feel like that's a big problem I have with a lot of modern, YouTube is we'll call it content collecting. Is, I think, the fair description of it. And I feel like that contributes to a lot of, the problems we have nowadays. So even though he's showing off stuff that he thinks is cool and is just like, you know, he's getting sent all these cool old things, I can't help but feel a lot of his viewership goes, well, I want to try to find and buy the cool old thing, and then that just makes it less that just basically makes it less successful for people who are into it. But I also realize that's how people discover and get interested in that kind of stuff too. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Unfortunately, I think the internet just kind of, I don't know. It's why I try to, you know, like, it's something that I've grappled with a lot. It's kind of why I want to pivot to art. Like, I love talking about figures that are interesting. And I know I've said this before a lot. I tend to repeat myself sometimes when similar stories come up on channel, but I don't know who is and isn't watching these VODs anymore. Well, especially now that I'm doing it on a completely different channel, but, I don't want to just be a guy whose content is, dude, I bought the thing. I bought the thing. Even though you could just, like, very clearly, like, dismiss my content as that, and I couldn't even be too mad about that. I try to at least show that I am interested and have things to say about the thing that I bought. And then I'm not just haphazardly, like, buying shit because, like, I have an impulse control problem, even though I do. I don't know. Like, it takes time and effort to make the videos that I make. So I want to be picky, choosy about things that I cover. I want them to be reflective of my life experience and my passions. Case in point, the fucking Blast video. That fucking video took a goddamn year to make. And it's sitting at 150 views. Which isn't bad for a YouTube channel that hasn't hit the algorithm yet, but like there's a lot of work and money for not that much in return, and I'm gonna be nuking the channel. Yeah, exactly. My goal is to make it more like a video essay. Again, like Running Shine, obviously, big important influence on the channel. I use his music. Dude hasn't like recognized me or said anything, but I also don't think he just legitimately doesn't give a shit. I know there's other people who also just do the Running Shine formula, like Loot, and I actually met another one. I haven't seen his work though, because he said he did at a party I went to. And then I asked him, hey man, here's my... I showed him one of my videos, or on Discord or whatever. And, I was like, hey man, I'd love to see your work too. And, nothing. I haven't seen him. Maybe I'll have to confront him at a party. But, I've been meeting some YouTubers at some of these, arcade meetups I've been going to. And thank you, I appreciate the compliment. But yeah, like, for me, it's Running Shine and, Nick Robinson. Probably. Just like I don't know, Nick Robinson just does a really good job with storytelling on his videos. He really is good at making mountains out of molehills in a good way. Like his trip to Microsoft Bimbos video where he actually went to the building and stuff. I don't know why, like, he did a really good job with it. Like, where he almost gets in, like, to the building. It's just like an empty storage room. I don't know, like, I really don't like Place Japan or a lot of other Thing Japan YouTubers. Mostly just because I haven't gone myself and I'm partially jealous and I want to experience it. It's kind of hard now because, like, you know, like, I don't know why Japan became so overrun with tourists other than just, like, it was a thing that you could do. Like, I understand, like, why, but I don't I kind of am just missing out on the how of, like, how normies got so into anime in the way that they did. Like, I imagine it's like Netflix or whatever, or like Disney Plus, I know, has some anime. I know it's got Beyblade, which that's an anime that I wasn't expecting to be super enjoy. But hey, I started watching Beyblade at 30. Oh, life is a strange adventure. I never even watched the original when it was airing. I had some of the toys and stuff. Like, I had Max's the green turtle one. I remember that was like the first one I got. It was cool. It had like ball bearings in it. But some of the new ones are really fun too. It's just a fun little thing to putz around with. I don't know. Boy, I love stubborn joints. My favorite. Thank you, Polycaps. Drasieru. Yeah. I remember I had an orange one that had like a spring in it too that there was a bully kid that we had a tumultuous relationship with, but we would like trade stuff for from time to time. And I remember I acquired an orange one that had a top, and then we had a dog that was kind of rambunctious, and she'd shoot it, and I was very sad. I cried as a kid over a toy situation. And I don't even know why she chewed it. It wasn't like, it didn't like smell or anything. I don't know. Maybe it smelled like a cat or something. Some other pet from another house. Trigal, yeah. I forget if I had more than just those. Those are the two I remember the most. And then I had a couple Bay Stadiums that were like, they were all the same shape, and they had like these pits. So you could stack them like stackable chairs. All right, we're almost there. We've got a head to do, and that's it, baby. So I know I said I'm trying to avoid stickers. But I think I have to do the face. I gotta do the face, guys. It's an SD Gundam face. I just want to put it on a sexy robot body. And invite her to come to the coffee shop with me. Where we can get to know each other better. Yeah. I'm gonna be real, man. I don't even know how to be into it like you. You went, like, balls deep. You know, you're getting shit from, like, the app in Japan. Like, I'm kind of want to do that, but also this is the worst possible time for me to consider doing that. I do be wanting some of those recolor, like the launcher grip and stuff. I'm really trying to not spend money. I'm trying so hard because I'm trying to defeat my well, no, it's not a problem if you can afford it. Like, let's get that out of the way. Like, nothing wrong with, as long as you're doing your due diligence as a man with your savings and your finances and your, you know, saving for your self-sufficiency growing up, which I am. There's nothing wrong with spending money on the dumb stuff, as long as it's all within budget. The problem for me is it hasn't really been in budget for a minute. I've been kind of putting off trying to save. I had some expensive ideas that didn't really pan out this year. And then I made some not so smart investments that cost me a lot of money. And then on top of that, the Japanese classes have also been kind of expensive. Like, and they were supposed to be cheaper as options. Like, for the contact time and stuff, like, it was a good deal on paper. But it doesn't really matter if you're, like, lost and you can't follow along and you can't ask questions or have them answered because you don't understand the teacher fully. Because the teacher speaks in full Japanese and you don't. Alright, fellas, wish me luck. I'm going in, Goddard! Oh, no, I do that too, dude. Case in point, I just spent 13 grand on arcade machines. You're not... Oh, I gotta fix that. I gotta sand down a nublin. You're not the only one who has that issue, my friend. You know, I almost had this idea to do like a figure room review, like where I do like a rate your setups. Like I'm not popular enough to where I think I could get away with it. But I wanted to do one and have it be like, if I can tell you're buying figures and you're still stuck at living at home, it would be like an automatic disqualification. Or like you'd get some kind of like meme, like joke review score. Because I see that a lot with people, is they'll, and no offense if you're doing that, like not to shame too hard if you're doing that. I know everyone's got reasons for living at home. But if the only reason you're living at home is because you're spending all your money on figures, I will mock you for it. But it's kind of hard to pull that off because you can't really tell. And even if you ask, like, there's a chance people won't answer truthfully. So, why bother? But yeah. I need to slow down. And then plus two, one thing that has really upset me recently is my deputy service of choice now oh, I'm doing it wrong, that's why. My deputy service of choice now charges 500 yen for the service fee instead of 300 yen, which was like almost nothing. It was like $1. It was so worth it. It was so worth it. But then, like, I don't know when they changed it. I'll have to find like a blog or something for it, but it's so sad. Play Despacito, Alexa. I need to figure out that address forwarding thing you sent me, but I don't know what the applicable situations would be for it. Like, obviously I'd want to use it for like Yahoo Auctions and stuff, but like I don't know how to have a Yahoo Auctions account and like what to pay with. Like, you can't use PayPal on Yahoo Auctions. Because that would be great, because then I could actually look for dojins and stuff on because I know they hide R18 stuff from you on YAJ. I know they do it. There are dojin resellers that have had stuff that I have wanted for a long time. A very, very long time. And I can't even, like, access it. Like, I don't even know how to browse. Like, even just to browse, the adult section of YAJ. I haven't found a way to do it yet. Because Nikuket, I was saying this before on the SpongeBob stream, but Nikuket was an event where so many artists I like participated, and I could not get a single thing out of it, basically. I'm assuming Amazon Pay just lets you pull right from a credit card. Because you can buy stuff directly from Amazon Japan. I remember for a minute you couldn't. Like, they actually banned it. I was freaking out for a second, but then it came back after Christmas. I think they just wanted people to not... They just didn't want to deal with people during Christmas, and I kind of understand that. But it made it hard for me because I'm a man-child who still asks for Christmas presents at 30. And one of the things I ask for is how to draw books from Japan, because it's... I don't know. It's hard for me to ask for gifts for people because they're not as easy to... I have stuff that I like. I don't know. It's just sad. Like, the Christmas thing, I don't want to get into that. I'm actually going to change the subject because that just depresses me. I used to love Christmas, and then some very real stuff happened. Uh, that isn't even that big of a deal, but it was enough to ruin the season for me to a point of irrecoverability. And no matter what I do, I can't bring it back. But that's about as much as I want to say on that, because it's very depressing, and I don't think it'll make for good stream content. But so anime I've been watching this season. Obviously I've been watching Beyblade, which I didn't think I didn't think that wasn't on my bingo card, but like gotta save that for the Christmas special, where I realized the true meaning of Christmas is giving, and I meet a homeless person, or I meet a homeless child, and I bequeath upon him the rare limited edition Gunpla that I bought, and I realized that giving is the true spirit of the season. And then he immediately walks onto the street and gets hit by a car and is isekai'd. But, you know what? Yeah, for a toy anime, it's really fun. It really is. Like, I like it. I am... It's art. Oh, man. Like, it is just a fun show. Some of the... I'm gonna be real. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the character designs. I think a lot of the character art is kind of it's a little too goofy. Oh, son of a bitch! Did I put it? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Thank God. But I do like some of the designs. I like X design. I like Maiden Mako and her childhood friend. That does the Beyblades. Honestly, I've said this a bunch, to you and in the Discord and stuff. I wanted this show to be about them. Like, fuck Bird. Like, and then like Streamer Girl. Like those guys are not. I mean, I love Bird, but like, they do him so dirty. It's so insane how bullshit it is that they fuck him for 40 episodes straight. It's like, it's like uncalled for. Yeah, that is true. I mean, there were some episodes I was kind of like tabbing through a little bit. You know, sometimes you do the 2x speed. Sometimes I will do that. I know that's kind of unhinged and not. Some people would say, well, you're not actually enjoying anime. I don't know, man. Like, some anime you kind of gotta have to do. Like, One Piece is a perfect example of doing that, because One Piece is just abusive. Yeah, Unicorn Girl. Honestly, the one guy I hate, like, the one guy who's like, they're treating him now like he's just like, oh, one of the gang. But, like, he really fucking, like, unnerved me in, like, a bad way, and I wanted to see him get blown the fuck out more than he did, was the pharmaceutical guy. Where he's, like, he's just, like, a fucking tech bro. He's, like, a shitty tech bro who wants to pull a fucking, like, NFT crypto on Beyblade. Like, his character of, like, wanting to disrupt the thing of Beyblade and, like, make it, air quotes, evolve is, like, scary. Like, there's so many parallels to that and, like, the modern, like, ChatGPT LLM shit, and I'm sure that's what they were inspired by. But man, it really made me uncomfortable, and it made me really hate him a lot more than I think they intended him to be felt as, we'll say. I don't know, that's just me as an artist too. Like, I'm so hyper aware of, like, the landscape of, like, fuck image generators and stuff now. Like, honestly, I know, I'm hoping the technology will crash and burn. It seems like it's going. It seems like the consensus now is that no one likes it, no one wants it. The only people who like it are, like, money-grubbing corporations and, grifter, like, scam artist types. But, like, you know, who knows? There are, unfortunately, people who think it is, a thing that they deserve the same level of skill, recognition, and, like, notoriety as someone who actually, like, has a passion and a voice to say, who has the desire to make a thing, I guess I'll say, even if, you know, it takes them a long time, or if it's not. Yeah, no, that was the thing. That was kind of the twist. Was that he was there, he was like trying to basically like you know, he's basically trying to elevate the skill floor for everyone. And I understand and respect that, but like the way he was set up in the show for me was like he's trying to make a Beyblade that basically completely guts the hobby from underneath it by being so, like, ubiquitous that it basically just, like, undercuts the entire rest of the rest of play styles. I don't know. Again, like, different read on it, I suppose. But yeah, he really bugged me. And then he was just like, "Oh, I'm a friend now. Look at me. I'm just guy. I'm just one of the guys." I was like, "You motherfucker. You have the what's the daughter's wedding quote from? Is that from The Godfather? That's another movie I haven't seen. But what else am I watching this season? I'm watching that. Obviously I'm watching Elf-san wa Yasarenai. Because that is like, I mean, obviously that's my interest, like half of my interest. I don't know. I don't think the artist who did that manga, I'm not a big fan of his work. He has the Pochako problem when he draws. Women of size, we'll call it. Oh, jeez. But I actually, some people say the anime is worse looking. I disagree. I actually think the anime is way better looking than his art, personally. But I'm also a sucker for the mainstream anime styles. Obviously, I'm kind of liking them less as they evolve. As like the meta now for like illustration and stuff is to like do like thick coding with a lot of like weird gimmicks and stuff. Like, I'm not a big fan of Saito Naoki, or like, I thought Mika Pikazo was okay for a while, but then I got tired of her style. Yeah, no, generally I do like some of the more mainstream anime styles. I personally, a term that I've seen to use to describe the kind of art that I like is gal game coloring, which is like Bishoujo games. Like, I like that mid to late 2010s sort of like hyper rendered style. A much older, fucked up webcomic. Ooh, you can't leave me hanging like that, buddy. I might know what you're talking about, but probably not. Oh, I don't like this joint. Holy shit. I have a feeling that is not gonna last through the ages. But yeah, back with Elf Sanwa Yasarenai, I didn't expect it to be uncensored and ecchi. That was kind of a pleasant surprise. It's a shame that I'm not the biggest fan of the characters. Like, I don't think there's a single one that I'd say is, like, perfect. Udu rings a bell. It does not. You're gonna have to DM it to me. Unless you don't want to do that, in which case I won't fault you. But I've been watching that sparingly. It's been fun. But they're only 10-minute episodes. And apparently the studio doing it is just like a hentai studio. Which is funny to me. Alright, kita kita. Yeah, that is not where I'm going with that. I did not expect that to go there. Okay, not 100% my tags, but thank you for sharing that with me. I need to look up the artists who do some of these songs, because this is very just clearly like a Mega Man X song. Like, clearly. Like, straight up. This just sounds like a Mega Man X level. I'll look it up later. I Doge Dochi chip tune ticked off box, man. But yeah, this straight up sounds like a fucking Mega Man level. I don't understand why this is in the silly playlist. I'll have to look that up later. But not now. How long have we been going for? About 2 hours? We're almost done. Well, I think we are. Actually, I think we are done. Just straight up. Oh, no. We still got to do the shield shit. Oh, and we got to do all the gun bits, too. Fuck. Okay, we're not done for a minute. I was kind of hoping to, like... I mean, I guess I could work on art a little bit in the Discord. Not on stream, though. Sorry, everyone. I do plan to stream some art, but just not tonight. I am still working on how I want to approach that. Because I notice 9 out of 10 times I go into making art on stream, it's without a plan, and there's a lot of dead air. And I don't want to do that to people, because I know it's incredibly annoying. Yes, we're gonna try to wrap up within 20 minutes or so. I think I'm gonna stop sanding nubs and just go for it. But tomorrow I have a guest coming over too, so I'd like to prepare a little bit for that as well. We're going to discuss portfolio things, just artist things. But it'll be good to see him again. I just said I wasn't going to do that. And what do you know? I did it again. Because I'm stupid. I'm not even done. I still got parts to snip out. But we're almost there. We're going to make it. We've got to make it real. But yeah, 2 hours seems to be consistently what it takes me to be doing some of this stuff. I think that's the wall, and it's a force of habit. I cannot do it. Some of these are pretty bad too, unfortunately. Like, it's not like some other ones where I can just, like, leave it. Like, who's gonna see it? This isn't fucking Gundam Build Divers, where if you don't sand down every nub to perfection, your Gundam will not do well. But, I do at least want to get some unsightly ones. And just like the other Gund bits, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna fuck with any of them other than to. Oh fuck! I missed the back. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will do it the other way here. Who knows? Actually, you know what? Maybe I might. I might do it the weird way this time. I might not build a shield. Let's see now. G. I still need to build a high-grade Calibarn too, but again, that's another one that I've been holding off on because I want to paint it, and I don't want to have to build it and then rip it apart to clean it and prep it for paint. But yeah, back to anime I've been watching this season. One anime I've been watching that I've watched all of, even though I think it's terrible, is Slime, Tensura. Like, it is bad. So at this point, I'm just but sometimes you want to watch bad things just to laugh at them. And I've been watching that show to just kind of, like, realize that, like, hey, even bad things can be popular. And maybe not get so uptight about trying to make the best possible thing on the first go. But Tensura is really bad. I'm surprised more people don't point it out when they complain about isekai. happen. Wow. Ugh. Ugh, I don't like that. No. I don't like that. Also, a lot of these joints are really loose. I can't say I'm the biggest fan. Come on, Calibarn. Yeah, that's something to think about in this in G-Witch. Is Calibarn supposed to be another female-esque Gundam? Or is it just like... Oh, I don't like that either. Oh, this waist joint is so loose. That's not good. That's really not good. Alright, so how the hell is Calibarn supposed to hold this big old thing? They really do not give you any pictures in the manual. We're gonna have to look at the box. Oh god, where's the box? Okay, let's see now. Oh wow, they don't... Oh, okay, here we go. Also, man, if you want this thing to look good, like, at all, you're gonna have to paint it. Like, straight up. Yeah, exactly. Like... At the end of the day, it is just wish fulfillment. It's all wish fulfillment. Hang on, we'll get set up here, and then we'll pull the camera down for a hot take. I don't even know I need to look at the thing again. Oh yeah, I do have the cross silhouette fucking aerial too. I forgot I have that. That's another one I haven't built because I wanted to paint it. I keep having this issue where I want to paint stuff. Also, holy shit, that... I don't know if you can see that picture in the camera. Let me switch to OBS to make sure, but like... That hand does not do that in the thing. They are pushing it because it's more like this. Like it's more like this. But yeah, and then if you twist in any inch, oh yep, nope, we're falling apart. Oh boy. Oh, this is not fun. There are some things that I greatly dislike about this experience so far. I know SD Gundams are... Okay. Alright, well, you're coming off for a second, body. You don't want to be on there anyway, it seems. You fucker. Get in there. I know there are limits to what we can achieve with this small body, but god damn it, we're gonna get something cool. Or we're gonna try. I don't know. I can't twist the body very well. I could kind of twist it at the base. I want to do the thing where I put, like, 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. pivot, contrapposo, everyone. Okay, all right, let's pull it down and let's have a look. We're officially kind of done at this point. Sorry, this camera doesn't focus, like, at all. This is gonna look like ass. I need a better webcam. Oh man, God, that sounds so familiar, Rad. Holy shit. If I was reborn as a worm in another... I swear I've seen that. But yeah, it is just like Mad Libs. I don't know why they still sell. I don't know why people buy them. But they do. And that's the sad thing, is that they make money. But this is SD Gundam Calibarn, everybody. Overall, yes. Yes. I enjoy the Broom Witch Gundam. Head, turn. Thank you. Turn, look up. Sorry. I realize I'm doing this with, man, yeah, I need a better webcam. Holy shit. You can't even tell what this is. The focus is so horrible. This is only a 720p webcam, so you'll have to excuse me, and there isn't really, like, fine control. I believe it's a fixed zoom. But overall, I would say, yeah, no, really, real talk, since we're talking about, like, Megami device and stuff like that, and, like, since that's kind of, like, a big thing in the Discord, literally what I want to do for a kit, is I want to do this. I want to remove head, where other, here, we'll use Linreal here for a second. I know I'm going to need some, joint or something. Some kind of adapter thing. I love this song. I know this is like a heavily overused song, but I just want... I want... Not this body, but like... Meh. I just want a sexy SD Gundam. Why can't you make one, Bandai? Why can't we have sexy SD Gundam? With proportions that make sense and not like this fucking, like... This, like, bobblehead bullshit. That's all I want. But yes, Frame Arms Girl Sylphie, you know, I have one. I'm gonna be real. Is that the Desktop Army collaboration that they did? Because if it is, I have one. But no, I want a more fully featured body. I would like a more not chibi SD body. I want like a... I want like a real... I want like... And that's what I was meaning when I was saying earlier. That's the image in my head that I had of like the next Gundam where like a character wakes up and they're just a Gundam. Like make them like normal human sized, but just have a Gundam face. They're a brain casing in a robot body. Do that. But yeah, sorry about the ass quality, everyone. I need to invest in a better webcam for this setup, but the one I have works really good right now for the overhead stuff. Maybe a second camera would do, if I can figure out how to get my DSLR to be a video source. But for now, ominous music aside, I think we're gonna sunset this video with decapitated Linreal, or Lanreal, I don't know, fucking one of them. Who cares? 30-minute missions is, not great. And these are easily the worst, those two are easily the worst 30-minute missions characters. But thank you everyone for tuning in who did to the inaugural stream. I promise to be back with more stuff. And we'll have some more shenanigans. Hopefully, you know, next week I'm off of class. So I should be able to do a lot more fun stuff. But I also have some videos I want to work on. Both the new concept I want to do, and I have another Konkonbini episode that I'm hoping I could wrap up pretty quickly if production gets rolling on it. I think if I just have a solid week of focus on a Konkonbini episode that's simple to make and isn't like a giant fucking life-changing adventure like the last one, I can reasonably get it done in a week to a week and a half to maybe 2 weeks. But anyway, that's enough of that shit. I'm taking off. It's 1:30 in the morning. Thank you everyone who tuned in. Today was a pretty solid day. And I appreciate you being here. We'll be back with more stuff in the future. Take it easy. Peace.